In 1961, psychologist Stanley Milgram conducted a now famous experiment into the public's propensity to obey perceived authority figures. In the experiment, ordinary men and women were tricked into administering what they believed to be painful and even fatal electric shocks to complete strangers on the pretense that they were helping a scientist conducting research into memory and learning.
We wanted to find out just what effect different people have on each other as teachers and learners, and also what effect punishment will have on learning in this situation.
But that memory research was just a cover story. In fact, both the scientist and the strangers were actors. The only one not in on the sham was the one delivering the shocks. The real experiment was designed to see how far those ordinary men and women would go in inflicting torture on others when commanded by a perceived authority figure.
Incorrect. You'll now get a shock of 75 volts.
Oh.
Soft hair. He kind of did some yelling in there.
Continue, please.
The study is famous in the annals of psychology because the results were so completely unexpected. Most psychologists predicted that only a very small percentage of the participants in the study would continue delivering shocks past the point where those shocks could be fatal. Instead, a staggering 65% of the test participants proceeded all the way to the maximum, supposedly lethal, voltage. Let's repeat that. 65% of participants, ordinary men and women who thought that they were volunteering for a simple experiment about memory and learning, were willing to deliver what they sincerely believed to be potentially fatal doses of electricity to random strangers simply because an authority figure assured them that it was necessary to continue with the experiment.
I'm not right to hold me.
The next phrase is fast.
Let me out of here. Let me
Bird,
out.
car, train, plane. Continue, teacher. That is incorrect. This will be 345. The correct answer is fast, bird.
Demanding accountability and defending your rights against the police specifically, and the government generally, are difficult and dangerous tasks. Your right to watch the government and record what you see is a natural right that is protected by the Constitution, and it cannot be taken away by the government.
Thanks for checking out this episode 4 of my American Police State series. Fake events create fake security. And of course, cost money. That clip at the beginning was from a video by the Corbett Report, which if you guys haven't checked out James Corbett's work, you should definitely do it. His research is unparalleled and he documents everything so you can check it out for yourself. Links to his website and social media channels are in the description below. The video was about how the Milgram experiments helped our government's freedom-grabbing agencies set up their security to not actually make us secure, but to make us think we are, and further the indoctrination that authority figures are in the right and we should trust what they tell us to do. I'm going to play one more clip that will explain that part a little better.
And unless and until people stop doing nothing and start doing something in the face of these obvious injustices, absolutely none of this will change. And if people continue doing nothing, within a generation, no one will even understand that these scenes are objectionable, that they don't have to happen. But you see, this is the most surprising part of the Milgram experiment, the one that everyone forgets. The experiment wasn't run once or twice. It was run dozens of times, under all types of circumstances, and a remarkable fact was discovered. The way the experiment was set up determined the extent to which the participants obeyed their instructions. Sometimes the experiment was run so that one subject could watch other subjects participate in the study before they did. And in cases where the first subjects obeyed the psychologists and delivered the shocks, the later subjects would too. Yet, and here we get to the real lesson of the Milgram experiment, if the teacher saw other teachers disobey the psychologist and refuse to deliver the shocks, they would disobey too.
Now, I said he tested 1,000 subjects. In any one study, it's only 50 or 60. Let's look at the other 16 studies. In each study, he varies one aspect of the social situation. We call that experimental variations. So in study 16, the percentage of people going to 450 volts is 91%. 9 out of 10 people go all the way. Why? In study 16, you come in and they say, we're running a little late, why don't you sit and wait till the other person finishes? And you see a Confederate looking like you go all the way to the end. In study number 5, only 10% go all the way. In study 5, you come in and you see people like you rebel. That says we are powerful social models for other people. If you model evil behavior, it's going to spread to others. If you model good behavior, caring behavior, compassionate behavior, it's going to spread in a positive way.
This is the surprising conclusion that has been scrubbed from most accounts of the Milgram experiment. Disobedience, once modeled, becomes an option in the mind of the public. Remember this the next time you're at the security checkpoint. When you are asked to step into the body scanner, those behind you will be watching. Your choice will make a difference. When someone is being molested at a TSA pat-down and you are witnessing it, those around you will be taking note of your reaction. Your behavior will affect theirs. So, what choice will you make? Will you pass or fail this real-world Milgram experiment?
The reason I'm showing you this video now is the other day, while I joined North Idaho Exposed in getting some information for a couple of stories he's working on, we went to the Spokane City Hall. And while there, I noticed exactly what this Corbett report video points out. After 9/11, security in this country has changed dramatically. We have allowed some of our freedoms to be removed for this ineffective security so that we can all feel more safe. If you don't believe me that the TSA lines and other security lines are for show and are further indoctrination, watch the full Corbett report video and go check out the TSA's own reports on their tests of the effectiveness of their security checkpoints. They are not very effective. Now back to my point about the Spokane City Hall and their security. There is no security checkpoint. However, you have to check in with the security desk and tell them where you're going. They'll give you a badge that identifies you as a guest and allow you past the magic glass doors, allowing you access to your masters. After they told us we couldn't go past the doors if we didn't have a purpose for our visit, I watched and filmed as North Idaho Exposed went through the doors. Once he was back there, one of the security guards went and fetched him back out. But at the same time, a woman came in and asked to go to some random department I didn't hear. She got a badge and went through the doors. Seeing this made me laugh in my head at the complete facade that this security checkpoint is. Remembering what I heard about the importance of speaking out about these things from the Corbett report video, I thought I would take this opportunity and help expose the ineffectiveness and lack of security their show of security actually provides. They could just as easily provide the same amount of security without the badges or any interaction with the public other than answering questions as to where departments and offices are located in the building. I'll let you decide what you think. But just to let you know, later in that day, on a return visit to City Hall, where these security agents gave us badges to access the 3rd floor, when returning their badges, I thanked the security detail for being nice and listening to me while I expressed my views about their boss's version of security for workers of City Hall. Check out my interaction and then a little footage of the 3rd floor or planning department and leave me a comment with your thoughts. And of course, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you haven't already.
Want to go see the mayor?
So you just have to get like a visitor's pass to go back there?
You have to have an appointment with certain departments or people in departments to go.
But just to go, like if we wanted to go ask a question, like say for the zoning department or anything like that, you have to have an appointment for that?
The
Or
3rd floor, we would give you a visitor badge and send you up to the 3rd
so, but there's not like necessarily like any credentials that the badge, like it's like a background check or anything?
In the building, it just identifies you as a visitor.
So we have to give up our identification to go up there? Oh, so I mean, really then we have your pass, but it doesn't like prove anything as far as security wise, right?
That you're
It's a show.
Shows you that you're not an employee.
Okay, so, I mean, don't employees have badges?
Yes.
Well, doesn't that, so if we don't have a badge, then that would show we're not employed, right?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, but
I mean, I understand what your guys'
Yeah.
security protocol is, but
Right.
I'm just saying it's all just for show. It's all to make us feel like we're more secure because you're not actually checking anyone's background to make sure anyone's a danger or anything like that. So that's all I'm saying.
That takes days of time to do.
Well, I know,
full
but
background check.
so my point is though that just coming in here and saying, okay, I want to go to this office that doesn't require an appointment, and you guys giving me a pass that says I'm a guest, that's not any security. It's just you
asked
guys
about
handing
the
me a
third
pass.
floor, the zoning department.
Well, I'm just saying there's departments that you don't have to get an appointment to go up there for, correct?
They would come down and pick you up if you had an appointment.
But my
Sure.
point is I can go beyond this without some sort of a security check, correct?
That's why we're here, is to ask you where you're going. Where the
Okay, but
security-
my point is like that lady, she just came in, all she had to do was say, I'm going up here, and you gave her a badge, and she went, there's
She
no
was
actual,
going to the-
my
she was
point
going
is there's
to
no
the
actual
zoning- she was
security involved in that,
Well, I
right?
watched her get off the elevator on the third floor. If I don't see her.
Okay, but but you can, whether or not she got a badge, you could still watch that, correct? You could still say, okay, this lady walked by me, I'm gonna watch her get off on this floor, see where she's going, do your security. I'm just saying, getting the badge is a show, because we live in a police state. It's a show that, hey, we're gonna provide all this security for you guys, and at the expense of all us taxpayers. You guys could provide the same security you're doing without us having to come up and get a badge. That's all I'm saying.
If that's what, yeah, that sounds good.
All right. Have a good day.
guys.
Yep.
I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to hit the like button and share it with everyone you know. Find us on Twitter as well as censorship-free platforms like BitChute and Steemit or DTube. Of course, subscribe if you haven't already, and don't forget to smile at someone you don't know every day.